the visiting Leicester Wolverines. Excuse me. Tonight I am joined once again by Ty Goodrich.
Hi, how are you, AJ?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Good to be back. It's been a minute.
Yes, it has. You know, they just went out and played Millbury in their last game. Didn't go too well, but hopefully tonight that changes.
You know, Millbury was definitely a tough game for this team. Definitely tested them on both sides of the court, all around the court. You know, they took a tough game, but I'm confident they can bounce back tonight with a Leicester team who definitely isn't as good as Millbury.
Yeah, Millbury, you know, they came out and just absolutely destroyed the Rockets on all facets of the court. The final score being 72-21.
It's a rough game.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but really should show how demoted this team is. A big bounce back game, you know, come back and got to win at home.
This team is definitely playing with a big chip on their shoulder. You know, last game it gave them a full presentation of their struggles. One of the big ones is turnovers. They're averaging 20 turnovers a game. That's number one in Swickle. That's not something that you want. You don't want to be the team that turns it over the most. Also, last in their conference. Swickle is cut into two: Swickle A, Swickle B. They're last in Swickle A, so it is really, really time for them to turn it around. Ty, who do you have your eye on today?
For the Rockets, I believe it might be Luke Martin. You know, his scoring has been on a decline, and I expect him to see a lot of him today and see those points bounce back from that first game where he scored 17.
So I'm going to bounce back at him. Okay, I'm looking at two guys right now. I'm looking at two sophomores. First one, Nathan Iconia. You know, he had 5 points last time. Ever since starting the season with lacking in points, he's really gone up and a big contributor. I believe he's getting the nod in the starting lineup tonight, so it'll be definitely interesting to see what he does. Here's a guy who needs to bounce back. We got Billy Stewart, a very rough game against Millbury, but this Leicester team doesn't have half the size that Millbury has. This team has significantly less size. I think this is a field day for Stewart, and this game is going to be all about him.
Absolutely. We'll see how much of an effect his rebounds helps these Rockets team, because they've struggled in lineups with smaller lineups with rebounds.
All right, we're going to do play introductions, and then we're going to get into our final predictions.
The visiting Leicester Wolverines and your Auburn Rockets. As for members of the MIAA ladies and gentlemen, we ask you all to please rise and kindly remove your caps. We direct your attention to the South Wall of Gymnasium as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
A lovely national anthem, lovely player introductions. And we're underway, or about to be at least. All right, Ty, what are your keys to the game?
For the Rockets, I think it's going to be using the size that they have and rebounding Leicester tonight. But they also like to shoot the ball, so we'll see how that comes in.
Yeah, I definitely think it's going to be that, and also going to be limiting the turnovers. That's pretty much it, though. All right, final score predictions. Let's hear it.
I think we see a 55-25 Rockets win. Big win for the Rockets tonight.
That is a 30-point win. That's a little bit not what I expected. Give me 52-38 Rockets. It's going to be a respectable game.
In the starting lineup for the Rockets, we see Jason Kohora in for Colby Martin. And
what do you think of that switch?
I think it's helping ball handling and limiting turnovers. But
I definitely like Jason as the point guard on the team. He leads the team in assists. So I do like that switch. Leicester's going to take it to the rack immediately offensively, and it's going to be blocked by Kohler. It's a good start.
Like I said, the Rockets using their size early on in this game.
Kohler gets it in the corner, swings back Kohora. Kohora to Stewart. Stewart finds Iconian, and it's off his hands.
Right through the hands of that one. That's another turnover for the Rockets.
2 empty possessions to start.
Grant to bring up the ball for the Wolverines.
Looks like Kohler's playing more up top. And after a deflection out of bounds, it's going to remain Leicester possession.
So far, good defense by the Auburn Rockets. No, one block and then a forced tip out of bounds.
Iconian stepping out. 3 is in and out. And Iconian's going to take it up. Cohen wants him to push it. Braden Martin, it's off his hands.
Another turnover for the Auburn Rockets. That's too early on in this game. They really need to work on limiting that later on in this game.
They definitely do. Iconian looks like he's all over it already. It's Brody Grant, the sophomore guard. Looks like that's their defensive focus. See Iconian face guarding. Braden Martin, defense underneath. Hook shot isn't even going to find the rim. Stewart almost threw him, man. And I believe it's going to be Auburn ball.
Good defense by the Auburn Rockets so far in this game. They're going to have to keep that. Right now, no points have been scored. Expect a quick possession soon for one team to score.
Braden Martin, righty floaters off. Kohler's going to tip it out. Slow start for both teams so far, I have to say.
Absolutely. we see Iconi on the face guard on the inbounds pass.
I really like that matchup.
I think they're trying to limit how much Grant gets the ball tonight.
Good pick by Kohler. Iconia picks it up. And he slips on his way up to the rack. And we're scoreless through almost 2 minutes.
I believe that's turnover number 3 for the Rockets on the night. They're really going to have to work on that later on in this game.
Auburn up in the press. Seems Stewart playing some perimeter defense. Probably not what I expected to see. Cahora tips it into the backcourt.
Ortiz with the ball for Leicester.
Cahora all over him.
A lot of clock being wasted right now. Only 5 left. Leicester trying to find something.
Layup is off the mark. Rebound Kohler. Iconia's going to push it in the opposite direction.
A lot of clock wasted by Leicester on that last possession.
Kohler can't grab it. That's already 4 turnovers to start.
This is not a good start for either team.
Excuse me.
Leicester's going to call a timeout.
Leicester calls a timeout. They will have 4 remaining.
2.5 minutes through. Neither team still to find bottom of the net. What do you think's going on?
Well, not much scoring right now, so for both teams, they really need to, figure something out and get the ball in the hoop. That's something really simple, but they really need to figure it out.
Yeah, both teams really need to figure out. Auburn really needs to catch the ball, limit the turnovers.
It's been 3 just incomplete passes that have gone out of bounds for the Rockets right now. That's something really simple that just needs to get fixed.
Timeout's already over.
That was a timeout called by Leicester, but I think both teams needed that to figure out what they need to do on offense to get their offenses going. And we see Colby Martin coming in for Nathan Icania.
Interesting switch, but it was that 2 or 3 turnovers early on. Can't have that.
No, you can't. But they're still going to stay in that face guard.
This time it's Colby Martin. Cahora got a steal, and it's going to be a foul.
On Grant. The first of the game for both teams.
Leicester coach is not happy about that.
Well, it seemed like Cahora just stole it right off his dribble and then diving for it, fouled him.
Colby Martin in the corner. Finds Stewart. Stewart gets underneath. Kohler, corner 3, yes!
Tyler Kohler with the first points of the game. It's going to be a corner 3.
His first 3 made of the season. 3 on the way for Leicester. They're responding. This one's Gio Ortiz.
It seemed like as soon as Kohler hit that 3, the floodgates opened and both teams just started scoring.
Cahora's taking it up in the press. Exchanges passes with Braden Martin. Back to him. Exchanging passes up top. Braden Martin looking for something. Looks like they're trying to get Stewart involved on the free throw line. Said it's Kohler. Cahora corner 3, no. Off the front of the rim.
Leicester pushing it down the court now.
3 on the way for Leicester. It's in and out. Stewart rebound. Colby Martin finds Braden Martin. Back to Colby Martin. Looks like he hesitated. Cahora's got it. Cahora drives. High pass. Stewart underneath. And it's going to be another turnover. It's number 5 on the game for the Rockets. Halfway through the first quarter. Tied up at 3.
Auburn seems to be running in a high man with everyone up in their person's face.
Looks like Kohler's holding the back of his head.
May have taken a little damage on that fall.
Not sure if that's something to worry about. Kahora exchanges with Braden Martin. Colby Martin in the middle.
It's going to be a backcourt.
Ooh, they're going to call it backcourt.
Seems like Cohen wanted to look up the court before he tried to get that back to Braden on L1.
Brody Grant's going to take it up. Being guarded very tightly by Colby Martin. Quick spin, drives the lane. Contact layup is off. Kahora is getting a board. He goes the other way. Finds Colby Martin. Colby to Kahora. Passes around the perimeter. Braden Martin's three is in and out. Put back Kohlers. He's going to
foul. Leicester's got 2 fouls on the night.
It's Tyler Kohler's senior season. Averaging 8, 8, and 1 so far.
We see two new Rockets to come into the game.
First free throw is going to drop for him.
He's got 4.
So far this season, he's shooting 41% from the line. As we see Zach Wetzel and Luke Martin check in, change up the backcourt. Second free throw is off the front. And it's going to be Leicester ball.
Kieran Gardner in first. Stewart.
Interesting sub, losing a lot of size on that.
The Rockets love to go with the small ball lineup, create offensive, their shooting that they like, sacrificing rebounds.
Up top threes, got it.
And we see Leicester
Jack Ledbetter.
Leicester immediately using that size that the Auburn just lost to get the ball down low and then open up a kick out 3.
Luke Martin to Wetzel. Back to Luke Martin, back to Wetzel. Back and forth. Kieran Gardner on the free throw line. He's trying to get it somewhere. Kohler drives, high layups off.
Rebound.
Gets his own rebound and misses the putback. It's going to stay Auburn possession with a full shot clock. That one was not pretty.
This has been a long possession so far with nothing to show for it.
Really a rough possession. Wetzel finds Gardner. Gardner.
It's going to be a jump ball.
Jump ball going down for Leicester. Really not the start offensively that Auburn's wanted.
No.
Averaging 23 points in the first half of games this season.
Right now, the Rockets can't seem to get a bucket up right now. They really need to start scoring real quick before this game gets out of reach.
Kieran Gardner on the defensive end of Brody Grant. Interesting matchup on that. Colby Martin got on the wing, finds Kohler. Kohler drives baseline. Can't get the layup.
And Leicester,
I, for one,
Leicester tries to push it, but it seemed like number 5, that is Mason Griffiths, just fell.
I, for one, really like Kohler's spot in the corner. He's really good at driving baseline, getting up shots, getting shots for himself.
The baseline seems to be where Kohler succeeds the most, is the baseline.
Luke Martin on the wing. Kieran Gardner underneath. Right-hand floater is going to drop. We're all tied up at 6. Colby Martin's on the defensive end, blocked by Kohler. A fantastic block by Tyler Kohler.
That was a nice block by Tyler Kohler. Just absolutely rejected.
Rejects Dorenzo underneath. Oh my goodness. Wetzel finds Luke Martin. Under a minute to go. Kieran Gardner, 3, no. And they're going to go the other way with this one.
Seemed like Luke Martin got the rebound, tried to put it back up, but just couldn't get it to go. And
We're going to see Braden Martin check back in. Colby Martin once again on the one-man press.
it seems like the Rockets are just trying to go full court man now.
Underneath the layups, off the mark for Grant. Shot clock turned off. 3 on the way for Grant. That one's good. They lead by 3.
You know, the Rockets are going to have to limit the offensive rebounds. That possession was just an offensive rebound turned into an open 3.
Luke Martin, Braden Martin up top. Back rim. No rebound. We got 2 seconds to go in the quarter, and they're not even going to get a shot off.
And a half-court attempt was off the mark.
A very low scoring first half. First quarter. Auburn's lowest scoring quarter of the year, but also their best defensive quarter of the year.
You know, right now, the Rockets are really going to have to figure out their offense if they're really going to want to win this game. We expected a high-scoring game, and right now, neither teams have been scoring the ball really well.
Yeah, my 55-point prediction's really not looking the greatest at the moment.
No.
Neither is yours, though.
No.
Whatever you predicted. Yeah, a really slow offensive quarter for both teams. Auburn has done a really good job of limiting Brody Grant from the perimeter. But when he does get those shots on the perimeter, he's 2 for 2 from beyond the arc at the moment. So they really, I mean, if you shut him down, you shut down their whole offense.
Yeah, that really seems to be a focus for both Leicester and the Rockets on defense. You know, the Leicester seems to be feeding him the ball, and the Rockets are face guarding him all the way up the court. He seems to be a focus for both these teams on this game.
I mean, dare I turn to a flashback? You know, they were really able to limit Bay Path offensively because they put it all on Peter Barbell. They really just didn't give him a chance to do anything, and it worked really well. You know, I'm not a great game. So really just do that again with this. And they have to find a flow offensively.
Yes. And if the Rockets do find a flow, that might be the key to winning this game and starting a couple possession run.
Wetzel's going to get a foul called on him. And then call him for the reach on Mason Griffiths. They get it to Grant in the backcourt. Gardner gambles and loses. And it's going to be a blocking foul on Colby Martin. It's on the floor.
Very risky chance taken by Kieran Gardner. I don't know if it was necessary early on in the defensive possession to try
I'm not
to
sure if it was,
steal.
to be honest. Ledbetter's shot is off the rim. Auburn's flipping directions. Colby Martin's got it. Finds Luke Martin. All 3 Martins on the court. Braden to Colby. Back to Braden Martin. Auburn really doesn't have anything going. Colby Martin 3, in and out, spiraling.
You know, offense really couldn't just find anything on that possession. They're swinging around and they just couldn't find an opening to attack. Leicester looking for something.
20 seconds to go on the shot clock.
Try to set a high pick and roll, nothing there.
Grant has nothing underneath. Tough mid-range jumpers off the mark for Fournier. Braden Martin. Got it up top, gives to his brother Luke. Finds Wetzel on the baseline. Wetzel was looking for Gardner, turns it over.
Another turnover for the Auburn Rockets.
Yeah, definitely a struggle of this team's offense.
I think it's a key point that Cohen might have to fix going on into these later games in the season to keep the team back on the win column.
High glass layup is going to drop. And we're going to get a timeout for Auburn. That's Jack Ledbetter on the layup, and they're down 5 without a real source of offense. Ty, what's going on?
You know, what I'm seeing from the Rockets right now is they're turning the ball over a lot, and they're not really optimizing their current possessions and to put points on the scoreboard. I think going on later into this game, they might have to focus more on not turning the ball over and to just simply keep offensive possessions and not give Leicester extra possessions on offense.
I definitely agree on that. Really just a lot of empty possessions on offense. It's a big thing. I wouldn't even call it turnovers because is it a big issue? Yes, but it's their half-court offense that just really needs a fix.
What we've seen a lot is we've seen a couple of just dropped passes that have gone out of bounds, and that's something that's real simple that needs to get fixed going on into the second quarter. You just got to catch the ball.
Yeah, that and a lot of missed layups, so definitely a thing to look at. We got a 5: Luke Martin, Braden Martin, Jason Kahora, Tyler Kohler, and Nathan Cook. Kahora finds Braden Martin.
If you're looking for offense, you wouldn't expect to see Nate Cook on the court.
Kahora finds Cook, and Luke Martin is fouled hard underneath.
They're going to call it on the floor, which I believe it was. Seemed to be fouled right before he put the shot up.
They get it into Kahora. Kahora on the deep wing. Looks like they're trying to call a play. Braden Martin, 3 on the way. No.
Short.
0 for 3 from outside the arc to start the game. Steal on the way to the hoop. Kahora's going the other way.
For how important shooting is for the Rockets' offense right now, they really aren't shooting efficiently from the outside. And Braden Martin is fouled, and he's going to be shooting 2 free throws.
Definitely Braden Martin's chance to get on the board. They're shooting 41% from the line.
He has no points on the night.
Number 5 in Swickle in points as he finds the board with 1 point.
For being that high ranked in the Swickle right now, you'd expect to see him early on into the game, but we haven't really seen much of him in the first quarter. And going on later into this game, we might need to see more, and his second free throw is missed.
Kahora to Martin. Kohler underneath, back rim, but he's still going to the line.
He has 4 points on the night.
His second trip to the line of the night. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Stewart check in soon.
First free throw is missed.
Second free throw is gonna drop.
He has 5 on the night. Like you said, Stewart is going to be checking into the game on the next dead ball. I think they really want to use that baseline because they were able to get the ball into the middle very, very well, but just can't.
Kahora picks up his first foul, and Stewart's gonna check in for Luke Martin.
Nathan Cook on the face guard.
Looks like Leicester's really trying to get a play going.
They seem to be looking for the top of the key 3. They keep attacking that single spot.
Looks like they're trying to get it to Dorenzo in the post. 3 on the way from the corners off. Stewart gets a rebound. Braden Martin to Kahora. Kahora's layup's gonna drop his first 2 points of the night.
It is now a 1-point game.
Kahora, really good distributor for this team. Leads the team in assists.
And now he gets a layup of his own.
Cook's gonna get a foul called on him for a push.
He's just using his body there.
Foul called against Nathan Cook. As team's fourth foul.
He needs to be a little less physical on the next one.
Fournier's pass is really high up, and the mid-range is back rim. Cook rebound, up to Kahora. Kahora looks like he's gonna slow it down. Find Stewart. Stewart's pass is deflected. It will stay their possession down 1.
This is a very big lineup for the Rockets right now with Stewart, Kohler, and Cook. Cook may not be the tallest, but he's definitely bigger compared to the rest of the Rockets team.
Kahora gets it. Pump fake, drives, righty, no. Still facing a roadblock in the half-court offense.
It's still a 1-point game.
Griffiths being guarded very tightly by Kahora.
Eight, 16 left on the shot clock.
Yeah, Leicester really not getting many opportunities in the half court.
They seem to be slowing it down and trying to look for one shot.
3 on the way is back rim. And Cook pickpockets it on his way up.
Seemed like he grabbed the ball and he just tripped over his shot.
Kohler's got it, and he is fouled hard.
He's gonna be pushed in the back.
Looks like Iconio's gonna check back in for Kahora.
Foul called against Grayson Griffiths. As team's fourth foul. Substitution on the floor.
Cook's open in the corner, letting a 3 go, no. He's got another chance at it. Same type of miss. And another rebound for Braden Martin.
He was open, so you can't really blame him for shooting.
I love the confidence. And 1, Stewart.
And they're gonna call it on the floor.
So it won't be an and 1. That's disappointing.
Substitution on the floor.
Looked like an and one foul, but they're not gonna get the call. And he is gonna get the call. At first it looked like they were calling it on the floor, but
Got 3 minutes to go in the first half. Oh no, they will. Don't know why he's shooting 2 if.
they hit the 5 foul mark, so they're gonna be shooting 2, but it was on the floor.
You're right. Stewart's first won't drop, his second also won't. Tough trip to the line. Cook got a rebound, but he falls. So it's a travel. You love what Cook brings to the court.
He brings maximum effort for this team.
He's so fun to watch in that sense.
Absolutely. You don't expect to see him shoot much, even though he did shoot 2 shots earlier on.
Tough layup. Looks like he was trying to find the foul there. Braden Martin in the corner. He'll drive baseline. Find Cook to Iconia. And Iconia's going to get fouled for travel.
Looked like he took 1 jab step and then went the other way and must have picked up his pivot foot on that. Leicester trying to get the ball back to Grant now.
Really trying to get him going. They're up 1. They want to extend this lead.
The Rockets, I think, really need to take this lead back going into the half with 2:23 left in the half.
Cook picks up his second foul.
And that's 5 fouls for the Rockets, so now Leicester's going to shoot 2 free throws.
Brody Grant at the line, shooting 2.
Both teams in the bonus.
First free throw will drop for him.
Leicester
As
now up 2.
Cahora's going to sub in for Cook. Looks like we're back with the starting lineup with 2:20 to go. First half, they're down 2. Could be 3 if he knocks down the free throw. And it will be. Not.
Tipped out to Braden Martin.
Braden Martin looking for something, loses it. First on the floor to get it, but he's called for a unique travel call.
I believe it was a travel due to the fact that he rolled over. So they're going to call a foul on the fact that he rolled over when he was sliding on the floor.
Definitely an interesting one.
No, not a travel call that you see very often.
Martin pickpockets a man. It's going back to him. Cahora's on the floor for it. It's going to be a jump ball going to Auburn.
You know, this Rockets team really needs to figure out their offense going late into the second quarter. It's taken a long time for them to figure it out, and I think now would be a great time to start it.
Trying to get it to Stewart on the free throw line. They'll get into him on the block instead. He's up and it's in. Stewart got 2 points on the night.
Really utilize his height on that last one. Just go above the defense and just get a free layup.
Ball tied up. Kohler on the fast break. They have numbers, and his left-hand layup's going to drop. He's up to 7 points, and Auburn takes the lead.
A 4-point run right now for the Rockets.
Much needed. Iconya's got a steal. He'll drive the rack and drop the open layup on a 6-0 run with a minute to go in the half.
A 6-point swing for the Rockets that was much needed with a minute left in the half. 107 to be exact. You know, they really needed their offense going, and I think that helps out a lot. They just got from down 2 to up 4 now.
I agree.
That really helps out this Rockets team right now.
Seems like Auburn's offense has arrived, and they definitely needed it.
You know, last time these two teams met was in Leicester, and it didn't go well. Didn't go so well for the Leicester Wolverines last time they met. And we're seeing a much different game right now. We're seeing a much closer game than what it was last time these two teams saw each other.
I think we got it. Thank you. Looks like Auburn's going to come out in a press.
Still in that face guard on Grant.
Get the ball down low to Zorenzo.
Rockets dropping back into a 2-3.
Under a minute to go, Cahora tips a pass. His interception's going to go for a pick six, Cahora.
He's got 4 on the night. Rockets staying in that press. They're going to drop back now into a 2-3. $18 left on the shot.
Still looking for it. 3 on the way is off. Braden Martin, they have 17 to go.
No shot clock.
Mark it down to 15. Iconia in the corner. 2 men looking at stars. Iconia to Cahora.
5
Cahora to
seconds
Kohler.
left.
Kohler. Stewart gets the shot off and it won't drop. We're going into the half. Auburn in a very low scoring game. 18-12. Definitely not what I expected after the first half. Ty, what about you?
No, after the first half, I expected much more points for the Auburn Rockets right now. 18 points is much lower than expected value.
Significantly lower than I expected, but I guess it is what it is.
Going into the second half, I think it's going to be key for the Rockets to limit turnovers and increase points. Yeah, I think that might be key for the Rockets going into the second half to really pull away late into this game.
You know, I agree. At 12 points in that second quarter, really going to help them out.
Yes, compared to their 6-point first quarter, having a higher scoring second quarter definitely helps for this team.
Let's get a round of applause for the Auburn High cheerleading squad. And Rocky,
All right.
I suppose you have a little dancing you want to give us here in the intermission?
What do you?
All right, let's give them some halftime music.
What do we?
It seems like the Auburn Rockets mascot right now is gonna dance for the crowd.
Definitely, definitely the best halftime performance of the season. Our first halftime performance, but definitely the best one.
Nothing we've seen before.
You know, he's doing his best. All right, Ty, let's go. Switching back to basketball, sadly. What did you see in that first half for Auburn?
I mean, what I really saw for the Rockets was, especially in that second quarter, was them using their defense to steal the ball and get some fast break points and just create a run for the Rockets. I think that really helped.
Looks like we got halftime performance is still going. All right, still looking at basketball, I guess. You know, for Auburn, in that first quarter, they were really lacking offensive efficiency in the half court. They really improved on that in the second half. The ability to really capitalize on defense. They're getting a lot of steals. Leicester really just wants to swing it around the perimeter. Auburn's taking full advantage of that, and it's showing. I mean, I have to say, if I have to guess, probably at least.
One thing that we saw them do much better late in the second quarter was use those empty possessions for Leicester's and turn them into a free point for their offense. And for the Rockets to win this game, I think they have to keep on doing that all game long, keep it consistent, and really just pull the lead away.
You know, I have to say, probably 10 or 12 of Auburn's points have been through
steals or fast breaks.
Yeah,
late.
definitely steals or fast breaks. Stole the words from it. Unbelievable. But excuse me. Really, this defensive presence that they've had in the second half, really been a game changer. They've had this defensive presence, not just up top, but even down low. You know, you saw Kohler get a big block.
Yeah, the Rockets are really going to have to use their height with Stewart and Kohler. You know, we've seen them do it once or twice, but it's helped out a lot that they have the height advantage in this game. And, you know, going into the second half, I think if they can continue to use Stewart and Kohler's height, it might really help out this team that has struggled with their height all season long. You know, we've seen from other games that they've been out-height and just out-rebounded, and it's really hurt them. And now that they're able to do that in this game, it really helps.
It's like Rockman's getting more people involved.
I believe that is senior Casey Schrager's father out there right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's killing it.
And one thing I like to point out is for these stats on these both teams, the Rockets in their games are getting outperformed the offense. Their points per game, Rockets have 45, and their defense is averaging 56 points let up against them right now. And I really think that's one of the reasons that they've 1-5 right now. Their offense isn't too productive at times, and at the same time they're letting up a lot of points.
You've already dipped into a little bit, but what do you think Auburn and Leicester need to improve on in this next half?
I think we went over Auburn a lot. So I think for Leicester in the second half, they're coming up with a lot of empty possessions. With they're wasting a lot of the clock, and then they're just not putting the ball in the hoop after a long period of time. And I think if they can limit the amount of time that they spend and focus more on getting quick offensive possessions and putting the ball in the hoop, it might help out a lot for this Leicester team.
Definitely. I'm gonna go back on what you said a little bit, maybe add a little bit more. Something that you definitely want to look at for either teams is limit the turnovers in the half-court offense.
Yes, both teams need to do it. The Rockets, we saw more of that in the first quarter, and Leicester, we've really seen it all game. So
I also definitely want to compliment either team's rebounding. Both of them near flawless. Neither team has had pretty much any offensive rebounds. Maybe one or two for either side, but no team has really had a lot of offensive rebounds. It hasn't been a problem for either team like we've seen in the past. Maybe in some of Auburn's losses early in the season, one of their problems has been offensive rebounding, but they've definitely improved on that. That's definitely something to be proud of.
Absolutely. So for this Leicester team right now, they seem to be trying to get the ball to one player. We've seen the Rockets opponents do this all season long, and right now the Rockets are doing a really good job of shutting down Grant right now. And for the Rockets, I think that's one thing that they do really well on defense is shutting down that one player, but they do come at fault sometimes with one pass, and then their defense is broken. So I think that's something that they need to work on in this second half.
Definitely one of my favorite halftime performances we've had.
I believe it's our only halftime performance.
Hey, we're still good. Definitely fun to watch, but back to basketball, I guess.
Score is 18-12 going into the second half.
Rockets rolling out with the same five they started the game with.
It's going to be Leicester ball coming out of half, I believe.
Seems that way. How they're passing and everything. That's how it works. Yeah, Brody Grant take it up. Looks like Auburn switching to a 2-3 zone, it seems like. Interesting. We haven't seen this out of them this season. It's definitely interesting.
I think they're trying to, use something that they haven't used before. It's something that teams haven't seen.
Give them a bunch of different looks. Blocked by Kohler once again. But it's going to be a turnover. Leicester has numbers on the other end. Instead, they'll choose to slow it down for whatever reason. Corner three is off the side. Now Iconya's going the other way. 2-on-3 fast break is going to be slowed down back to Iconya. Iconya up top. Finds Kohora.
Leicester's also in a 2-3 right now.
Kohora finds Kohler. Kohler. Braden Martin, corner three. Yes! Swish!
He's got 4 on the night. Leicester corner 3.
I mean, I don't think I love that shot.
Rushed. It was definitely rushed there.
It was rushed, and it was very early in the shot clock. Grant's going to fire another one, and it's off. Kahora's going the other way. Minute 10 into the quarter.
It's going to be deflected by Leicester, and it's going to be the Rockets' ball. Like we said earlier in that Leicester corner 3, that was just a rush shot right there that wasn't needed.
Yeah, definitely wasn't necessary. Kohler finds Braden Martin. Braden Martin might have missed a cut from Iconya. Cahora's got it on the wing. Cahora, Martin, 3. No, in and out. And I believe they're going to call a foul on Stewart.
Yeah, they're going to call a push on Stewart underneath the hoop.
Looks like Ledbetter just wasn't strong enough.
You know, the Rockets are coming out into a 1-2-2 press. We'll see what Leicester does to break this. With Kohler at the top.
Definitely something new. Auburn's definitely sending out a lot of new defenses as this game goes on, as Stewart tips one out of bounds.
Now I believe they're probably going to drop back into that 2-3. Yes, they are.
See Cahora and Iconi up top. Grant's got it on the wing. Another 3's going. This one will drop.
Score is now 21-15. Leicester's first points of the half.
Auburn's got to get it over the half court. They will to Iconia. Iconia's driving. Floater is off. Stewart can't hang on to the offensive rebound.
Both teams limiting offensive rebounds. Leicester gets it inside, kick out.
Mid jumpers off. Stewart gets a rebound and Braden Martin's going to take it the other way. Cahora to Kohler. Kohler back to Cahora. Stewart, Iconia, easy layup. A beautiful offensive possession.
Just a simple backdoor cut right there. Just backdoor cut wide open.
That's some of the finest half-court basketball we've seen from Auburn this season.
Yeah, they really need to work on their half-court offense, but when it works, it's beautiful.
3 minutes down in the first, or excuse me, the
Third quarter.
third quarter. Words. Stewart can't hang on to the rebound. Still going to be Auburn possession.
They're going to say a Leicester player tipped it out of bounds.
Leicester coaches do not love that. Cahora finds Iconia, finds Braden Martin. Auburn's really not having any trouble with this press, it seems. Kohler's going to drive the baseline. Layups is going to drop. Kohler's off to a night, up to 9 points. And Leicester's going to have to use a timeout. Their second used.
You know, if you're a Leicester coach right there, you just need to really figure out what's going on with that press. You know, do they need to change it, or is it just a player that's messing up right now? And if you're the Rockets, that's just a great possession right there. Great run of a couple points, only letting up 3 points from Leicester to start this second half.
It really is just a string of really good offensive possessions back to back to back to back. Really a strong start to this third quarter. What do you think was said at halftime?
You know, I think Cohen really set his preference on working on that offense to really reset the Rockets team. And for the Leicester, I think, you know, right now out of half they're not doing what they expected, and I think coach just needed a break, reset his team, maybe come out in a new set, and help them out in the second half.
Coming out of the timeout, it's the same 5 that we've seen.
Sub for Leicester.
I mean, I want to make a sub. It's working very well at the moment.
Yeah, that 3 guard that they seem to be running helps them break that press really easy. With Cahora, Kanye, and Martin. Having 3 guys that can bring them ball to the court really helps them break that press pretty easily.
We were trying to get Grant involved. Iconia's all over Grant. 10 to go on the shot clock. Leicester hasn't even had a look at the basket. Grant is off the front rim. Really a fantastic defensive possession for the Rockets.
Leicester didn't even get a look at the hoop there. You know, they couldn't even get anything on the outside.
Stewart
Offensive foul.
Called for an offensive foul, his second foul of the night. I don't know about that call. I'll be honest.
Rockets staying in the press.
Kahora on defense, and Iconia's going to get the steal.
It's going to be a foul on Leicester.
Student section's letting them hear it, per usual.
And it's going to be a sub for Leicester.
Iconia looks like he tried to get it to Stewart. Pass was just off. Braden Martin gets the steal, though. He'll find Kahora in the backcourt. Kohler got on the baseline.
You know, if you're the Rockets, you might want to start slowing it down, you know. Go back to that break of that 2-3 that was working.
Dewar underneath, layup won't drop. Look, he got pushed in the back by Matt Dorenzo. Looks like he's hurt. Corner 3 on the way, couldn't even find the rim. Tough shot for Griffiths. And Iconia's layup is gonna drop. He's up to 6 tonight.
Rockets now lead 27-15. Timeout, Leicester coach.
Leicester only has 1 timeout left, and there's 2:45 to go on the third quarter. This is not ideal.
For this Rockets team, you know, like we said, this just become a game of runs for both teams, where one team goes on a run for maybe 5 to 7 points, and then the other team answers back with another run of their own. But right now, the Rockets are just on a run and they can't be stopped right now. Right now, it went from 18 to 12 at half to 27 to 15 in 1 quarter. It's production of offense we haven't seen much from the Rockets at any point in this season.
Auburn still has all 4 timeouts left to play with. Really a lot to work with on that.
And for this Rockets team, right now, I think they really need to slow down their offense and just work on breaking that 2-3 zone. And we see Grant Standard checking in the game for the first time with Colby Martin.
I really like this sub. Looks like Stewart got hit in the back. So, I mean, I like this sub.
Keep that height out on the court.
Looks like Colby Martin's also in for Iconia.
Keep that defense up. You know, with what Rockets are doing, that playing up top right now might be a little tiring, and they might need to do quicker subs and just get new guys on the court.
Leicester still can't find anything offensively. 5 to go on the shot clock. Deep 3 for Grant. Side iron.
You know, there's only 2 seconds left that you needed to get a shot up.
Corner 3 is going to drop for Ledbetter.
He really seems to be one of the offensive keys for this Leicester team with 3-point shooting.
And this steal by Ledbetter, and Kahora poked it out. I'm going to call a foul on it. His second. Wetzel's going to check in after the first time out, it seems.
Like I said, Leicester really seems to be starting a run now. This game has been a streak of runs, and I think Leicester right now is going to start a run that the Rockets need to stop soon. And we see Wetzel come in for Kahora after that foul.
Free throw is going to drop. 7-point game now. 2 to go in the third.
Almost stolen.
Colby Martin recovers. Back and forth pass. Finds Wetzel on the wing. Wetzel back to Braden Martin. Braden finds Zach.
10 left on the shot clock.
rough possession there off the back of a Leicester defender.
Seemed to try to kick it out to Zach Wetzel and just couldn't get it out there. Seemed like Ortiz for Leicester was just in his lane.
Standard good defense underneath. They can't grab the rebound. Wetzel gets a steal, one-on-one fast break, and he'll get the layup with ease. His first 2 points of the night.
Rockets now lead 29-20.
And Braden Martin got a steal going the other way. They have numbers on the fast break. He's just going to take it himself. Standard putback is good. Standard's up for 2.
And, you know, like I said, this game is just a game of runs.
Layup by Dorenzo. We got 30 seconds left.
Shot clock is turned off.
Auburn up 9. Wetzel's pass is behind Colby Martin.
It just seemed like he just tried to get at Colby Martin and just missed his pass mark.
Common miscommunication. It happens to the best of us.
But another turnover for the Auburn Rockets. Much better possession we've seen for the Wolverines, you know, be able to get the ball on the inside. And they get a 3 to fall.
3 is going to drop for Leicester. We got 5 seconds to go in the quarter. And it's going to be called on a block.
That gives the Rockets a nice shot now, a chance for a nice open 3.
Iconius and Kieran Gardner checking in. I would not be surprised if this is going to Kieran. Looks like Kieran checking in for Grant. And Iconius checking in for Colby.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see either a tip to Tyler Kohler. Yep.
It's going to be to Kohler. Kohler fade. Kohler good. Although they did not start the clock.
I believe they're going to count the Tyler Kohler shot and end the... A tough shot by Tyler Kohler there. Fade away at the top of the key.
Looks like they're going to count it.
Well, I believe they're going to count the shot and run the quarter out.
It's a tough shot for Kohler. Turnaround, fading. Someone's in your face.
Tough shot. We'll see what happens right now. There's no word yet.
Ref still going over it with the scoreboard officials.
It's a tough decision. Do you let the basket count, and do you run out the quarter? Those are the 2 questions they're asking right now.
I believe they're going to be redoing the possession. Definitely not what I expected. You can't make them redo the possession. It's either you count it or you don't. I feel like you have to make a decision. They took off 0.5 off the clock for whatever reason.
And it's not going to count.
It's not going to count. They're going to redo the possession with 0.5 less. And this time, Kohler won't even be able to get a shot off. 8 minutes to go. Auburn leads by 6. 31-25, a very low-scoring game.
Yep. Tough break for the Rockets there, you know. They had the fadeaway 3 for Kohler, and he hit it, but the clock was not started. So,
all things considered, that is a tough call to make. No one's leaving that call happy. I do think it should have counted. I think he did get it off, but
you know, maybe it might just be the clock assistant, clock workers just having to work on, you know, getting the clock started right when the ball gets inbound. We've seen this before in other games where the clock hasn't been started at the right time, and it's tough for the Rockets after that.
Yeah, I agree, Ty. You know, 8 minutes left. Any final predictions you have?
You know, like I said, I believe the Rockets might go on a late run and just seal the game. But if the Rockets do come out and Leicester does go on a run, I think what the Rockets do is they run a larger lineup, unlike what we're seeing right now with Stewart and Stannard.
Go. So it's going to be Ikonia to pass it in. So Gottman's going to set up in a play. Ikonia finds Kohler. Kohler and one! Tyler Kohler! That's how you start off a quarter.
He's at 11.
Yes, Tyler Kohler is up to 11 points tonight.
Closing in on a season high. He's got 12.
Closing in on his season high of 13. So a lot of basketball left to be played, around a little over 7.5 minutes left.
Staying in that 2-3.
Ortiz has got it. Gives to Grant. Grant's got it back up top.
Rockets staying in that 2-3 zone that we saw in that.
They find Ortiz once again. Then to Ledbetter. Opposite side. Grant's got it again. Really nothing open for Leicester offensively. So I say 3 is on the way and off. Ledbetter looking for the putback, and he gets it over Gardner.
Rockets lead by 7 now.
Looks like Leicester's coming out in the press. And Wetzel looks like he got pushed to the ground. No foul call. Results in a turnover. 3 on the way. Top of the key is off. Wetzel.
You know,
So we're going to call that Leicester ball. We're going to see Cahor and Stewart check in. Wetzel and Gardner come off. 6:45 to go.
One thing if you're the Rockets going late into this game is to really just slow the pace down.
I would not be surprised, unless in a situation of needing a 3 or something along those lines, that this is the lineup that we see for the remainder of the game. Good box out by Braden Martin, and he's going to get the rebound, take it the other way.
I think, you know, if they can slow down the game.
Kohler corner 3. Stewart gets the rebound, and he is fouled hard by Ortiz. No call.
Seemed like he was pulled down on that one, but they're not going to give the Rockets a call.
Very interesting. Ortiz 3 on the way. No. Ledbetter's got a 3 of his own. That one doesn't have anything. It's going to be a foul on Tyler Kohler, I believe. His first of the night.
It's going to be a timeout by the Rockets. They've got 3 left. You know, that's a tough break for the Rockets there. You know, Stewart seemed like he was almost pulled down on that one, didn't get the call, and then on the next possession, seemed like they were just going for a backdoor cut, and they ran into Tyler Kohler, and they're going to call foul on him. It's tough break for the Rockets. Cohen just needs to, I think, really needs to tell the team that they need to slow down, waste the time left, because they're up 7 right now. Now that you're up 7, you can really do what you want with the clock. You can try to rush it and try to get points, but I think it'd be really smart of this team to slow it down, limit Leicester's possessions, limit the points available for Leicester, and that would really help out this Rockets team.
Definitely take your time.
You are in control of this game right now. You are up 7.
Just put it away at this point.
I believe it's going to be Leicester's ball underneath the hoop. with 6:03 left.
It will be Leicester possession.
We see Nathan Cook check in.
I like this sub. Really getting, I believe he's going to be guarding Ledbetter, so getting his head. Grant's up top. Looks like they're looking for a shot for Ortiz. Ortiz's mid-range pull-up won't even hit rim. Cook finds Stewart in the middle of the court.
That's exactly why they brought him on the court. Grab rebounds, play defense for the rest of this game. That is the one reason he's on the court right now.
Braden Martin finds Cahora to Stewart. Back to Cahora. Cahora 3, no. Can't get down, and they're going to call a foul on Nathan Cook.
Seems like Cook just crossed his arms and shoved him on that one.
Cook's 3rd foul of the night. Team's 5th of the half. Ortiz 3, no. It's short. Cahora's going to take it up. Pass deflected and rocket ball. Appreciate it.
Leicester is really inefficient on their shooting in this second half. You know, we've seen a lot of threes in this quarter, and none of them have really fallen.
Braden Martin's got it. Gives to Kohler. Kohler 3, no. Back rim, but Leicester's going to get the rebound. Grant's going to take it up the other way. Cahora's on him defensively.
Leicester swinging around, looking for something.
Grant lets a 3 go in Cahora's face, off the mark.
You know, one thing, if you're the Leicester coach, you really don't like these threes that Grant is taking. He's taking some very deep threes.
Braden Martin misses a layup, and Stewart, after 2 tries, can't get the putback. Kohler hustle play, keeps it in bounds.
It seemed like the Leicester player is hurt off that throw.
I mean, Kohler threw that hard into his stomach, so.
It's what he needed to do, though.
Kohler to Cahora, up top, 4.5 to go in the game. Auburn leads by 7.
Really slowing it down.
Cook's pass is stolen, picked, short. Grant to Ledbetter, looking all over, trying to get a pass. Auburn's still playing exceptional defense at this point in the game.
It's one thing that they really need to do late in this game is just keep
Griffiths got
that
it up
defense
top.
going.
3 on the way, and it's over. Student section letting Fournier hear it.
Rockets are really taking their time now on defense and on offense. You know, Leicester is wasting a lot of clock with their offensive possessions.
Braden Martin to Stewart, and Stewart's finally get a foul call for him.
They both went out for it, and seemed like he was hit on the arm. And Nathan Cook is going to come out of the game, and Luke Martin is going to get checked in.
Cookie's going to check out. 3:30 to go. And Kohler's going to get it off the inbound. Beats his season high of 13. He's up to 14 tonight. An exceptional night for Tyler Kohler.
He's really the offensive key point for the Rockets right now. He's leading the team in points right now. He's up there in rebounds. And he's also has 2 blocks on the night.
Yeah, leads the team in points, rebounds, and blocks. And as we say that, thought he picked up one, but instead it's a foul. His 2nd of the night. Nothing to worry about for now.
As the team's 3rd foul of the period. Roby Grant at the line, shooting 2.
Grant to shoot free throws. His first one is made.
Grant's first free throw is going to drop.
Wolverines down 8.
Second free throw won't drop. Instead, it's going to go out of bounds. Ledbetter tried to keep it in. No avail.
Leicester staying in a press.
Auburn can go up 10 right now and pretty much put this game away.
With 3 minutes left.
Kahora finds Kohler.
He's
Kohler
gonna get
gets
fouled.
fouled.
Fouled by Grant.
I don't know if that's something to worry about for Leicester.
Trying to keep your star player out there.
Star player might be a push.
But he is their best player on their team right now.
Yeah.
They're going to get it into Kahora.
Kahora finds Luke Martin, finds Braden Martin. They have 25 to shoot. 2:45 to go in the game.
Really wasting the clock now, just dribbling it up at the top of the key.
Kahora. It's a turnover underneath.
Try to get it down to Luke Martin.
Grant got it on the other end.
You know,
Finds Griffiths.
one thing if you're a
Back to
Cohen,
Grant 3. Yes!
you know, if you're Cohen right now, that's one thing that you're really frustrated with your team is the amount of turnovers that they have. Even though this is very much lower than what we've seen in other games, it's still a very high amount of turnovers.
2 minutes to go in the game. Leicester's coach telling them to play more intense defense, it seems. Stewart underneath, and he's fouled before he can even put a shot up. Under 2 minutes to go. Braden Martin. Auburn swinging around the perimeter. Braden Martin up top 3, no. Kahora gets an offensive rebound though.
Tipped.
1:45 left. Just slow it down. 25 to go on the shot clock. They can waste a lot of clock here.
They are going to waste some time on the clock.
Kohler drives in. Lefty is good. Tyler Kohler.
He's got
going.
16 on the night.
Grant's got it. Closer to the logo than the three-point line.
The score is much closer.
Griffiths on the opposite side. Off. Stewart gets a rebound. Finds Luke Martin.
The score
Finds
is much
Kahora.
closer than you'd like right now for
Under
the
a minute
Rockets.
to go. 7-point game. Kohler drives in. Finds Stewart. Stewart, easy layup. And no problem. He's up to 4 points tonight. And we got a timeout for Leicester.
You're down 9 with 49 seconds left. You need a couple threes. You need a couple threes to end this game off, and some quick steals. Doesn't look too good for Leicester right now.
You know, under a minute left. Do you think Leicester still has a chance?
There's not much time left, but you know, could also be some unfortunate turnovers.
Student section having a lot of fun right now. 49 seconds to go. Student section really letting Leicester hear it. Looks like we've got a 5 of Luke Martin, Colby Martin, Braden Martin, Kahora, and Kohler. Really just trying to put this game away.
You know, right now when the Rockets do get the ball, where you're gonna see probably is them dribble the ball at the top of the key, make Leicester foul them, and just end the game there. Leicester is currently at 4 fouls, so their next foul will be 2 shots.
Luke Martin all over it. 3 on the way is good. Hold everything. That's a 6-point game.
Shot clock is turned off now.
Braden Martin's gonna get it in. He'll get it into Kahora. Kahora finds Luke Martin, and Luke Martin will
With
get
20 seconds
fouled.
left, he will get fouled, and now he'll be shooting 2 free throws. You know, this could really seal the game right here.
as teams met foul. Luke Martin at the line, shooting 2.
To really seal the game here, Luke Martin's first free throw is good.
First one is going to drop.
Rockets now lead by 7.
His first points of the night.
It really helps because, now it's a 3-possession game. If you're the Wolverines, there's not much you can do now.
His second free throw also is going to drop. 2 points on the night for him.
Now it's an 8-point game. That's really tough to come back for if you're Leicester. You need a 3.
Ledwetter's going to pull one. And it's an and 1.
For Grant. 18 seconds left. They're down 6. If he hits his free throw, they're down 5. But the Rockets do shoot 2 free throws if they are fouled.
Brody Grant at the line, shooting 1.
Grant to make it a 5-point game. His free throw is made.
Free throw is good. It's a 5-point game. They're going to foul Britton Martin.
Foul call against Matt Lorenzo.
There's 17.6 seconds left.
Braden Martin at the line,
Braden Martin to make it a 6 or a 7-point game.
shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
First free throw is going to drop. He's up to 5 points tonight. Second free throw is also going to drop for him. And Colby Martin gets a steal. Finds Kohler, and Kohler's going to go to the line with 12 seconds to go.
Foul call against Brody Grant. That's his 5th personal foul.
Tyler Kohler has 2 free throws. His first free throw is missed.
Kohler's first free throw drops. His second also will.
He's at 17.
My apologies, he did not make the first one. And they're going to call a double dribble
I believe
on Griffiths before he could get
I
the
wouldn't
shot
be
up.
surprised if Leicester just lets the clock run out here. 6 seconds left. Yep. They're going to let the clock run out. And the clock manager is not paying attention again. And that's going to be the game. Your Auburn Rockets win 45-37.
We got a final score here from Pappas Gymnasium, 45-37. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Everybody, have